Howdy,
Hello.
and welcome back to Eddie's birthday celebration. You might have missed it because you didn't get to
Weren't
see it
here.
as much as we did, but the cake.
The cake is
The
fantastic.
cake is phenomenal.
I think they said it won't autofocus earlier, so
That's okay.
it might be a little blurry, but let me just say,
It's
this
not
cake,
pixelated in person.
massive cake.
Massive cake, delicious, I believe. I have not yet had a slice. Have
I
you?
have no.
We're going to have some slices after we get to these games, but the tastier treat out of all of this stuff is certainly the matchup we're about to see.
It absolutely is. I honestly hope I don't get to have that cake for a little while because I want to see some good games here.
Your palate might be overwhelmed by these matches.
Exactly. So what are we about to see?
That's what we're all asking. We understand what we're about to see because these are the teams that we lost to.
Yes.
SeaBATTLE, Okami. You're going to see you've already seen Bubbles popping off. You've already seen Kalana popping off. You're going to see everyone on each team's probably pop off. As we move into our losers finals set, might be the penultimate one, but if we're fortunate, it's going to go to grand final reset.
Yep, that'd be pretty cool. We saw SeaBubbles almost take it away from Pico de Gallo. The team once thought unbeatable here, so we'd love to see them do it again. We'd love to see a bracket reset, a game 10 and
game 15
more.
Between them technically.
Yeah, game
Yeah.
15 between them technically is very true.
That is how you math.
Yeah.
But how do you Mako?
You ride a tower, you get through 3 checkpoints, and you try to get to the end.
I thought you were going to say you Mart.
No, why would I say that?
It's the name of the stage. That's why. But also, we don't know. We don't have to know how to make a Mart. These teams already know. And Mar,
we will see
sticking with
Bubbles
M's.
make a Mart.
E-leader. I love to see that already. No real surprises from these comps. If anything, the fact that they have some mirroring going on is delightful because then it's just up to the skill of the player rather than the weapon differences. But Dynamo versus E-leader, not a good matchup for Dynamo.
It is not a good matchup for Dynamo at all. And if the Stamper keeps getting pushed back like they are, 3 against 1 there, the shooter going up, trying to get some picks there. The Dynamo was able to come back and do some things after getting taken out by the E-leader. And surprisingly, it's still even in mid, even with a lot of spots in the opening.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Kalana was going to be a bad matchup for all of them, but then it turned out that Kalana had to match up against all of them. Which, when you run out of ink like that and 3 people are peeking you, it's a rough time. But credit to Kalana in that sense because SeaBubbles just understands that threat that Kalana presents, and they're focusing very, very heavily.
Unfortunate running out of ink moment there for the roller, but they do get a pick with their curling bomb on the Dynamo back there, and that will allow them to take this first check pretty easily, even though the tri-strikes come out and knock them off it for a second.
Yeah, a second knocked off, but also 2 seconds too late to prevent them from breaking that checkpoint. And even with that, look at where the E-leaders pushed up into. Kalana not going to let them stay there for long. And bringing out that crab tank going to find a second one, but do they know about the last? And can they deal with it? Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, that's dealing with it. Whether they take them out or jump out, that's still clearing out the space, able to get the tower back into mid. Able to set up the bucket on the right sack, and they did go 2 down there, so unfortunately not able to make a huge push at the moment, but they took it back to mid.
They did, and that's, I mean...
That's where you got to start.
That's generally where you start, yes. But even with that said, look at how difficult it is for Okami to take the space. Even with a numbers advantage, SeaBubbles are so quick to get back in.
Good teams on both sides, good players on both sides. We see a lot of people going down individually, and SeaBubbles able to make another push here. Possibly. They get the cooler out, they get on the tower, and they have all 4 members up. And right as I say that, 2 go down, 1 on each side.
But, well, Kalana bringing out that crab tank, and that's fantastic from Kaki. Just absolutely removing the crab tank before it's having any impact. And even though I think Osa was back there on the flank, but roller on roller or sorry, Slosher on Slosher. There's too many mirrors going on, and the reality of it is that seabubbles is winning those mirror matches.
Too many mirrors, too many fights. We got a roller in the drop here, able to keep them off of the tower, and seabubbles breaks that second check, able to start going towards the third one.
Yeah, taking out the zap top right too. Beautiful shot there from Mar. If you are on Okami, you're just fighting to live right now.
Good trade from the roller and the slosher there. Okami able to keep more players up than seabubbles. They get the tower back out. They've only scored 8 points so far this game, but they still have a minute and a half to try to use this momentum to get some more points. But we see a sharking roller on their stack here that I don't think they know about.
Well, I think Kalana knows.
Okay, Kalana knows, that's for sure. But
and I think they still know. Maybe not though. I don't know. Osa not quite finding that right positioning to get it. But Ivy running out of ink, I think.
Ivy did a great job putting the bubble there just to stay alive and keep that space for even longer. Kalana's crab not able to find anyone there, but right as they go out, the E-leader able to find them, able to punish them for crabbing in the wrong place.
Mar has been stellar this entire match. As well as seabubbles as a whole are playing, I think it's Mar that's just not allowing Okami to move up. And again, it's that ranged matchup of Dynamo versus E-leader. If you're the Dynamo, you don't get to move up. If you're the E-leader, it's kind of free picking. Yeah,
the Dynamo really has to rely on the other players on the team, like the Splatana, like the Crab, to take out that E-leader and take the space, because they really can't move when an E-leader is on the field.
And to my knowledge, the E-leader has not died this match.
Yeah, they have not.
So they are permanently on the field. And we'll see. I mean, we'll see if Okami are able to get something going in these final 15 seconds. But again, with shots like that from Mar, and look at all the information too. I mean, we obviously at home get to the benefit of seeing the spectator cam.
The names of players,
yeah,
and the arrows pointing straight to where they are.
Yeah, but if you're Mar, it feels like you just see them regardless of having all of that indication or not.
Yeah, throwing out the wave breaker after getting the pick there too. You get to see it. 2 more, I believe, and then you spot the Splatana Stamper coming from the top left there. You know where everyone is.
Look at these tags too. I guess more so the banners, but like a team who has matching banners or.
Oh no, I've been caught without my glasses.
Was it tickling your cheeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire time.
Yeah.
More my nose is these 2 lightning bolts right here.
It's tough to talk with those on.
It is tough to talk.
But that said,
I do it for you to stream.
What a trooper. If you're, speaking of talking, if you're on Okami, what are you discussing right now in terms of a change to game strategy? Are you trying to power through with that comp, or are you shifting things around a little bit?
I think it depends on what other weapons the Dynamo plays. If you're able to get a little more range or a little more support power, you might go pencil, you might go heavy edit to get a cooler in there. Or if you only play a Dynamo, you might switch to the Gray Dynamo, so at least you have a cooler option that is also the backline, and the rest of your team goes a little more aggressive.
I mean, I like it. I do. And I think, I can't remember if we saw a pencil coming out from Okami earlier in the day. I don't believe we have. But that'd be a really, really good option for them if they have a pencil player among them.
Yeah, I think really just how do you get Kalana and Osa in the right positions? How do you enable them to get the picks they need to get the leader out of the spots they need to be in and to push the team forward, really. And
Unagi's been delivering with the coolers and the paint on Zap, but it really just feels like finding that way to make a Mike a improved matchup against Mar that's the key to unlocking.
Absolutely.
Hopefully taking a game or 2 in a set.
Absolutely. But seabubbles, maybe 2,
maybe 3,
maybe 3. It could be 3. seabubbles has shown their dominance time and time again. They're bringing out a similar comp again here, and we see the pencil from the side of Okami. We called that.
We did, and I genuinely don't remember if we saw it earlier in the day.
Who knows?
But happy to hear that they heard us.
Had to be. Has to be us. We get to take credit for that.
Yes, if they win this, it's because they heard us and they said, that's good comms.
So we're basically their coach.
That doesn't feel right.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, let's talk about the match at hand. We see Pencil versus E-Leader here. The Pencil able to make some space, get some picks, push some people back. The Stamper going in, but being taken out on that Zipcaster. And SeaBubbles just gets to keep their spot.
Yeah, and it was actually Mar that took out Kalana on the zip, but
Classic Mar.
Classic Mar. Mar just does not. Mar is the ultimate raid boss. Find a way to deal with Mar, maybe you can make something happen. But before you can get to Mar, you got to take out Ivy. Good position in the bubble, and good job living. I love the jump out, too.
Great jump out position. Great moment for the rest of the team to push back up to try to support them there. Ivy did die on that jump out, but
yeah, when I said I love that jump out, I didn't realize that they jumped only about 3 feet away.
Yeah. It works in some situations.
It did, almost, kind of. Kalana trying to take some of the attention and focus away from SeaBubbles, allowing their team to at least neutralize one zone, but these are tough zones to get a hold of at the same time, and I don't know if they know about Ivy right now.
Hard to know about them in that position. They backed up a little bit even when they were probably called out and spotted, and they're right back in to deal with to threaten the Pencil again. You see Kyoka getting another 2 picks, pushing up, just being a menace, and we are going to see SeaBubbles see out this game, bringing the score to 2-0.
I don't know how you beat them.
I don't either.
I mean, I know some people here know how you beat them.
He's not listening. Oh,
but we haven't figured it out, and so far, Okami has yet to figure out too.
Pepe, any thoughts?
I mean, if we had to consult the team who sent one of the members of the team who sent SeaBubbles down to losers bracket, what kind of advice would you give?
I would give them the advice of looking at these amazing pins and amazing art here to just be inspired, to do it for Eddie, to make Eddie's birthday party an amazing time. These pins made by the wonderful artist Tori PNG. And we see some amazing art on these postcards made by various artists of Eddie, of the SeaBATTLE vibes here. Yep, the postcards back from our Halloween Jamboree. Current SeaBATTLE, Eddie's birthday party, SeaBATTLE Royale, and some cute little stickers.
Yeah, some really, really cute little stickers. If I can show them properly.
Camera's not on us anymore.
Well,
that's so sad.
I worked so hard to hold this properly.
It's coming back. It's coming
Bubbles
back.
team, right? Well, let me tell you. Focus on that roller. Focus on that charger.
We are hearing from a voice on high that if you were to go against SeaBubbles, you really got to focus on the roller, Ivy. You really got to focus on the charger, Mar. Mm-hmm. That is the #1 way you are going to maybe take them down.
I'm glad we got the information there. I'm glad we also got to show off this amazing art. The snow globe is so cute. And
it is
one
beautiful.
more amazing sticker. Kerchow.
Herchow.
Sorry. Oh, also, one of the teams in the event today, Costco Shrimp Cocktail, made these amazing stickers.
The personality that comes out at locals is some of the absolute best
sticker.
things to happen throughout the community.
True. We will, should we make That's My Goat stickers for the next SeaBATTLE? Saf's nodding vigorously yes off of screen. Saf is basically headbanging off screen right now. You wouldn't think we were at a rock concert. That was amazing. That's My Goat stickers coming soon. What is also coming soon is Clan Blitz on Scorch Gorge.
That's the better transition, because I was going to ask when is the next SeaBATTLE to know how much time we had. But you know
I
what?
don't think they know
Let's not
yet.
put the pressure on
It's
the
like
TOs.
3
They've done
months
a
away.
fantastic
They always
job,
are.
as they always do. And what is always true is when you are up against the wall in a best of 5, you haven't won a game yet, and it's game 3, you lock in.
You lock in. You go with your best weapons, the weapons that feel best for you against this comp. We see the Silver Dynamo. We see the bucket, the Stamper, and the Splash. And we see a roller. doing what rollers do best. Push up, take space, but they get taken out by the crab.
Well, actually, it was only the slosher that got
was.
taken out. The roller got away, and as we heard before, you got to deal with that roller. You got to deal with that charger, so close doesn't quite count it.
Unfortunately, close did not do it here. And even still, able to hold mid is Okami. They have a power clan. Maybe they're able to get enough picks here, but SeaBATTLE even going a couple down. I'm not sure if they went a couple down. I kind of just made that up, but they're still able to hold their ramp, hold feint up, and now they're making a push towards Okami's ramp here.
Yeah, Kalana playing the waiting game.
Yeah.
Tough words to say together, but that recall didn't get punished yet. They are still alive. Somehow Kalana zipped away, did not get taken out, was the only one to live.
Good for them.
I don't know how Kalana does it.
Kalana is...
That's one way to take out the roller.
That is one way to take out the roller. Use
So with a well-placed bomb, sees the jump coming in, doesn't get the trade, though. Roller came right back. I mean, I get why you got to deal with the roller. Ivy has been just absolutely miserable to deal with, and speaking of, there's the charger with a double.
Ooh.
I know they were waiting for that spawn armor to go away.
They really were.
If the spawn armor hadn't been there, they were releasing that shot, and they were probably getting triple.
As our resident charger main, you know these things. The crab coming out, trying to deal with the charger here. The charger having to back up, but still on that amazing spot in mid, breaking the crab, not quite getting the splat on them, but getting a pick even as they're forced out by the tri-strikes, and SeaBubbles break the basket again with a bubble up of their own, able to score a lot of points here.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see happening if you're Okami. And again, SeaBubbles, one of the best things I'm seeing them do, they are routinely jumping away to a safe position after they push up. And these are lessons that every team out there can benefit from.
Like you said earlier, we saw it best from Crush Soda first, and we're seeing teams at every level adapt and use that. Osa going down to a random bomb there on the ramp right as Okami try to push forward. That might hurt them a little bit, especially as Kalana gets taken out in the Zipcaster. The crab is done. They don't have specials to try to push up here.
They don't, but they at least now have mid control for the time being. Ivy being in mid is a dangerous thing, but Ivy's not going to go for any picks to start. Ivy immediately rushes for the flank. Osa aware and able to deal with it.
Aware as ever. I feel like their team probably called them out there while they were going over the grades. Osa turned around to deal with it and was right back in mid to help the team push up. Not able to get to the ramp yet. SeaBubble is just a formidable force and an iron wall on defense.
And I think, again, my eye just goes to Mar being so good on that charger, not allowing any player on Okami to move up freely. Which is not to say that Kakioko, Ivy, or Bubbles are allowing it either, as, I mean, the curling bomb is so threatening when you're already weak from the slosher.
The charger pushes them back. The slosher and the roller just clean them all up. It really is a team effort here.
It is, and they're very well coordinated. I don't think we've seen them set a foot wrong in this match. And that's not to say that Okami are playing poorly by any means. It's
Okami
just
are playing incredible.
SeaBubbles are at a level that
could take down Pico de Gallo.
Could take down Pico de Gallo. But
we
of
have to get
course,
there
they still have
first.
50 seconds left that they have to get past Okami. They have a good lead, but Kalana not
has
dead
a
on.
dangerous recall here.
Not dead on that zip is amazing. But not able to find any impact on it either, and does get taken out on the recall, as you said. Dangerous place to be teleporting back to.
Zap coming out here, taking up some space, getting some paint down. 30 seconds left. SeaBubbles are on the front foot, but 2 going down due to the slosher of Okami. Kalana on the Stamper pushing up on the left. This might be the push that puts Okami in here. They might be able to break the basket, but the roller flanking down from the right. Only 10 seconds left. Take it away, Barry.
Osa's got to find 1 or 2 with these strikes, but not able to find any yet. Ooh, putting a lot of pressure on Mar, but do they have the clamps to continue? Got the nice pick. Okami needs to keep that basket open. Good job there from Yanagi getting up with the clamps. They have a chance at this. Kalana has the zip. As long as Kalana is able to take some of the attention away and allow for their splash to get in. 6 clamps, but it's a 1v4.
Oh, they did what they could. What an amazing end to this set. But we are going to see seabubbles take it home 3-0, and they're back to face Pico de Gallo.
Back to face Pico de Gallo, back to winning ways, and in dominant fashion. But brilliant push there at the end there from Okami.
Okami had an amazing push, the best showing of the set right at the end there.
Yeah.
And it really looked for a moment like they were gonna keep that basket open. They were gonna do even more, but the roller and the splash dropped down, took a couple out, and it was a wipeout.
It was. Looking at these replays here, always love to get to analyze the parts that we probably didn't have enough time in the moment because both these teams so talented, so skilled. It's difficult enough to keep up with them live, but to really assess what they're doing properly. Ivy, I think, might be the most dangerous player on seabubbles, and that's saying something when they already have such talented teammates.
It's incredible how they have such dangerous players right at the front in your face and right at the back to stay alive and kill you from afar. They're a formidable force, but that's why Pepe said the two people you got to take care of are the roller and the charger.
We will get to see if Pepe and the rest of Pico de Gallo are able to continue dealing with the roller and the charger. When we come back shortly after this, it'll be grand finals. 2 new faces here on the mics. Enki, in case the fine people at home were not here earlier when we were commentating.
For the third time tonight.
For the third time tonight, where could the fine people at home find you?
I am at Enki PNW on Blue Sky, Twitch, and YouTube. I said all 3 of them perfectly first try this time. Yeah, watch me there. Where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitch at TheBarry, 1Y, or if they want to go to Blue Sky or Blue Sky, TheBarry with 4 Ys. And if they wanted to find my YouTube channel, it's TheBarry with just 1 Y. Yeah. I wish I had consistency.
Bring it back to 1. You got the 141.
141? 411. The 411 is a little bit better. Enki, that's the 411 from us. Thank you all so much for tuning on in. Please do not go anywhere as we cut to break here. There's going to be, I think this is genuinely, out of all the 3 SeaBattles that I've been to, this is probably the tightest, highest level skill between two grand finalists.
I'm so excited. I'm going to go sit out there and watch it, and I hope you guys sit at home and watch it in front of your screens too.
Get some cake, because we are.
Thanks for watching. Peace.